As we climbed to higher altitudes, it wasn't long before we were inside the cloud belt. I kind of like this. I mean, it's cold and you soak to the skin and the surface is tough going. But there's something undeniably peaceful about being up here. Hidden away, just trudging through the cloud.
Current Snecta at the moment in the northern Cairngorms, and we're not far from it now. Actually, we're about 700 or 800 metres from it, and just at the back of here, it'll raise up into a very steep quarry. At the back, this is where most of the climbers go. Very accessible, and yeah, I love this quarry. It's fantastic. It's got superb rock structures, lots of nice ice at the moment, so not very good for skiing, but very good for climbing. And yeah, we'll head on up.
The guides had warned me that something that takes a lot of folks by surprise on their first time here is just how arctic the climate and landscape are during the winter months. And they weren't kidding. This place is incredible. And when there's as little visibility as this, it really does seem to go on forever.
Just at the bottom of Current Snecta here, we're just going through the moraine area. And in the moraine area there's two lochans, and in these conditions when the snow's so soft we've got to be careful where we're walking, so we've got to get right in between and snake our way in between the two lochans and hopefully end up at the bottom of the crags dry.
And careful definitely is the way to go around here. This clip doesn't really have anything much to do with what I'm talking about right now, but in a few seconds the guy on the right does a magnificent pratfall. There he goes! It's happened to us all. But it's not just a lack of traction you have to worry about.
Now here's a hazard on the route. I've just gone knee deep. By the way, don't laugh at the hat. You need the hat. If you don't have the hat, your ears fall off.
And even on the flat, the going was tough. The wind was blowing fresh, wet snow across the surface, which was forming an ice crust the instant it landed. So with every step, you're having to punch your boots through the ice into the snow so you don't slip. The climate on the top of the Cairngorms is subarctic, and it can change on you in a second. They have a saying round here: if you don't like the weather, hang around for 10 minutes.
Typically, for every 100 metres you climb here, the temperature is going to drop by upwards of 0.5 degree centigrade. Add the wind chill and these rapidly changing climatic conditions to that, and you can see why so many people have to be rescued here every year.
And that's why they have this.
So this is the rescue box up here. It's got stretchers and general casualty bags, first aid kits, etc, etc, and it's looking okay at the moment. There's bits and bobs we still need to put in it. We have to dry it out occasionally, just gets a little bit damp, and we try and manage it as best we can, but that's looking pretty good.
We were getting into the serious territory now. Time to cramp on up.
Now we're talking!
Yeah! Man stuff.
The important things are the crampons, and we don't want to trip over them, so the first thing to realise is that you've got to keep your feet apart, otherwise you're going to be tripping over the back of your leg and so forth. So we've got to walk rather like John Wayne just got off a horse, so it's that sort of thing. I always say just keep something like that. I always just say keep about a football width apart between your feet there. So everywhere you move, you've always got about a distance of a football width apart. The football's about here, so no less than that. So we can just walk around, just keeping, and even if you have to cross your legs here, it's still trying to keep the other foot away from the leg. Yeah, have a shot.
Right.
Okay. So just that's it.
I could play with these all day, but if we were going to make any progress, we had some pretty severe ground to cover, and soon we were roped together and walking in harness and hard hat territory.
With this rock has just come down, and there's a few bits coming down here, but this has just rolled down between my legs. Not at a very fast speed, but it's a place that you decide not to hang around just in case another one comes down.
That's a little disturbing, actually. Let's go somewhere that's not here, shall we? I mean, this is great fun to do, and I can't recommend it enough. But I would hate to be up here without a professional who knows the area. It's featureless wide in all directions, and rocks charge down the hill at you. People do die up here. This is possibly the best cup of coffee in the world. I'd like to be able to say I was as graceful around the mountain as Carl, but frankly, in this environment, just getting about is enough. So it's always nice to come across someone else's shelter you can steal.
And in fact, this one's got a little lintel on the top here. So, and with snow you can do anything, and really, if you can hide yourself in it and get out of the wind, it can only be a good thing. Going in.
Gotta give it a go. It's actually remarkably warm and spacious in here. I could spend the night in here. Wouldn't want to have to. Well, I was all but ready to move in till I found this. Talk about you Desras, this is fantastic. You can stand up in this. Yeah, someone spent more than 20 minutes on that.